video was made possible by EA Game Changers. Hello guys, my name is Aveline and welcome to my channel. I hope we're all having a wonderful day. We are doing something super exciting today because I did get early access to this expansion pack. So of course, you guys know me, I jumped straight into building, and I did actually prepare the house shell for this house beforehand because I knew I was going to get super busy with work. I didn't know I was going to get early access at that point though, but I knew that as soon as I got the package, I'd want to jump straight into building, and I wanted to have something ready for you guys as soon as possible. So I did have the house shell ready. It just so happens that, you know, I've managed to furnish it already now, so that's great. But we are building an autumnal craftsman house for a bigger family, or not really a bigger family. I think there are two parents, two teens and also a kid, if I'm not mistaken. So a family of 5, and it's very autumnal. It's very orange, very brown, very yellow, very red, and very green. So I had a lot of fun with this, experimenting with the new items and stuff. So I really hope you guys like this house because I had a lot of fun in doing it. And you know how it is when you get like not new toys, because I'm an adult, I don't get new toys, but whenever I get a new expansion pack, I always want to use those items like over and over and over, and I just basically did that in this house. Every room has the same items because I'm just so excited to use everything. There's a set that looks amazing. Some of the dining chairs, and also, well, it's not really, is it a dining chair? Because it doesn't fit the dining table necessarily, but it fits the desk, so maybe it's more like an office chair even though it doesn't have wheels underneath it. I don't fully know, but it looks amazing. I am super excited. I wish they made counters in that, or not in that shape, but like with that touch, I don't know how to, with that design kind of, because it looks very nice. So I'm super excited for you guys to see that too. And as you can see right now, we're actually building in the eternal summer that was The Sims before seasons. So at some point you'll see the lighting change a little bit. Well, not a little bit, it changes quite drastically. It goes very dark and slightly grayish because we're building in autumn, so everything just gets a little bit darker and not so vibrant. And yeah, I really like the lighting, the lighting changes. I did have issues because you can't change the seasons once you've chosen one. You have to wait throughout, like, for the next season to start in game, so you can't just, at least as far as I know, I haven't found a cheat to do it yet, so hopefully there'll be one. Also because you can't change the weather unless you have a weather machine, which means you can't do it in build and buy. So I had to, because I was trying to fix this problem with the wallpapers, so I had to move the house to different places because I thought maybe it's just this area in Willow Creek, and it wasn't. So I moved it to, well, it wasn't, but I moved the house to another area in Willow Creek and it was still not working. I was still super laggy, so I moved the house again to Newcrest, and then it started raining in Newcrest. And I couldn't get rid of the rain, but it was like on day 7 out of 7, so if I had waited until the next day, it was winter, and that would kind of defeat the purpose of making an autumnal house. So I was just sitting there like, oh my god, are you serious? So I had to make a new save, basically. It was super great, but everything sorted itself out. We built the rest of the house somewhere in Willow Creek, so you'll see that at some point. The lot will probably change a couple of times, the lighting will change, but it's all good. And then of course I changed the wallpaper and also the windows and start decorating with more of the new items rather than just pre-seasons stuff. So I did have to change the landscaping just a little bit with the foundation because the grass on the ground level doesn't match the grass on the foundation anymore, because when you go into autumn the grass changes colors a little bit. It changes like this sort of darker gray. It's sort of kind of grayish, a little bit dark. Did I say darker gray? I meant green. But it's slightly grayish too, and the grass on the foundation just stays the same vibrant green. So I don't like it when they don't match. That's why I never do the foundation trick on Brindleton builds, because they have 2 different kinds of grass. So Yeah, I don't like it when they don't match, and therefore I just decided to remove it. But I'm gonna have to like figure out a way to like work around that because I'm gonna miss the foundation stuff if I don't use it at all anywhere, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna have to find a way to work around that definitely. But for now, I decided to remove it, and then I added in a pond as well instead, I mean, and also a lot of trees because all the trees are orange and yellow now. That's great. Or like orange, yellow, brown kind of, and that's great. I love it. And also I have the pond and also a path and a lot of plants in the front yard basically. But we are going into autumn very, very soon. I think in about 2 minutes or something. I'm still just trying to like decorate the house, build the whole shell. I added these little planter boxes that will still stay there afterwards, I think. Yeah, after I remove the foundation, I still make sure that the planter boxes or plant boxes, I don't actually know how to say that, they're still there. So yeah, just a lot of like decorations on the house. Of course, I had to go back and remove some of them, add some new ones, because we do get these like wall plants that are beautiful. As you see, oh, the greenhouse. Look forward to the greenhouse. It's not like anything fancy whatsoever. It's just a very, very basic greenhouse, but there's a glass roof on it and also a lot of plants inside, and I'm so excited for that. I actually play tested it a little bit just to make sure that the stuff wasn't too close to it, like together, and I don't know, it's just nice. Like having a proper greenhouse with a glass roof and also a lot of plants inside, it's just nice for a change of like, I mean, I've seen a lot of people make really, really great greenhouses with the glass thing that we got from Get Together, but it's nice to just have the items and then be able to make like a proper greenhouse so we can have walls and stuff in or on or around. I don't know, it's just nice to have like the items to do it. So anyways, we are in autumn now. I actually think this is the end of autumn in The Sims. So this is like on the last day, if I'm not mistaken, maybe the second last day. As you can see, the trees are quite naked. They're very bare. They've lost all their leaves. They're on the way to winter. But later on, when I did start the new save, as I was explaining before, as you can see now, all the trees have leaves on them. So this is the start of autumn. So you can see like there's a funny like progress from the start of autumn to the end of autumn. I don't show it, but as you can see, there's quite a lot of difference in the trees because it's the same, it's still Willow Creek, so it's the same trees and everything. They just look so much different, and I am so excited to see, because I think that's what makes autumn and spring so interesting, is the transition from the start of the season to the end of the season. So I'm super excited to see spring as well, and also snow. I'm so excited to see snow as well. So I think the next build I'm gonna do will probably be a winter one, and then I'll go to spring and then summer, and on this I do something in between, of course, but I want to make like a family house for each season, just to like check it out and also to get the season feeling. I don't know how to say that. You know what I mean though, hopefully, maybe not. But yeah, as you can see, also the plants before, I actually don't know if you saw that very well, but they were like completely bare as well. The plants in the little box under the windows, they were completely bare. They had no leaves on them whatsoever. That happens over winter, or over autumn, sorry. And so the same thing that happens to trees happens to, you know, normal landscaping plants, which I think is an awesome touch, and that's not something that we got with the mod that we could use. The autumn mod, is that what it's called? So yeah, it's definitely makes it more realistic to me, and I'm super excited for that. So I did change the colors a little bit. As you can see, the house got some red on it instead of the white that I was using before, and I was also using some of the new wallpaper and the new foundation because I love that rock. I think that rock is great. I was using a rock wallpaper before, and I think it was base game, but this is like an updated version. It's a lot more detailed, so I decided to use that one instead. And we got like a wood panel wallpaper too that I'm using, kind of. It's got like, there are two versions of it, so one of them is just wood panel and the other one is mixed with the same rock wallpaper that you can see on the foundation, which goes really well with the foundation, by the way, so that's why I'm using that one. And also because with the lag and everything that was going on, that's still going on today because I just checked an hour ago, I decided to just put that there and then just leave it be, because it took me ages to put the wallpaper on the house or to change the wallpaper on the house. So that's also why there aren't a lot of accident walls, if any. I think there's one on the upper floor in the house, but other than that there aren't any, because it was so laggy and so frustrating. Maybe I'll be able to do it on a smaller lot, I don't know, but I hope that's something they fix soon because it's super annoying. So that's just how that is, but yeah. We are now doing the interior, and I did go with those Jungle Adventure Game Pack counters because I figured the yellow swatch would fit perfectly with like the whole idea I had in mind for the interior. So you'll see that in just a second. Like everything goes, it's very warm. You wouldn't necessarily think so because outside it looks kind of cold, especially by the end of autumn. It could look really freaking cold, but it's really warm on the inside. I did put in the thermostat as well at the door or the front door, so they do have that one, which I was super excited to like try that out because you can change the temperatures inside, which I think is really freaking awesome. So I'm super excited to check that out. But I did remember to put it in because I actually completely forgot it existed, but then I was looking for the, what's it called, fire alarm, is that what it is? Yeah, so, and it's in the same menu, so I was like, ooh, what is this fancy thing? Did we get a new fire alarm? And then I was like, no, it's the thermostat or whatever it's called. I don't actually know if thermostat is the right word, but anyways, it's at the front door, so that is where we usually put our thermostats in real life, basically, so that's why I put it there. But anyways, as you can see, it turns into like this very rustic, well, it's not really rustic, well, it kind of rustic, but not really rustic interior with a lot of yellow, a lot of orange, a lot of pumpkin drawings here and there, a lot of pumpkins as well. And I love that wall, what's it called, painting. I love it. I think it's beautiful. It's just, yes, it's beautiful, and I can't wait to see the other swatches because I only saw 2 of the swatches, 2 of the orange ones, so I'm super excited to see the rest of them. And also the curtains. The curtains are amazing. They look so freaking good. I know they remind me a little bit of the ones from Cats and Dogs, but they got a lot of different swatches, so I'm super excited about those. In here we're doing the living room, so they get a little fireplace, which is the one from Cats and Dogs too, and the couches are completely new. Of course, I had to check out the beds in the middle of the living room. I don't know why. Anyways, so we are using that big coffee table as well, which is also new, and it's very rustic in my opinion. It's it has a little bit of a Scandinavian vibe to it, I'm not gonna lie, that coffee table, so I am super happy about that as well. And also those couches are super cute. I do think they would look very good as an L-shaped couch, so I'm probably gonna play with that at some point. And yeah, I do like the swatches. I've noticed that a lot of the pillows on the couches and the different swatches fit some of the swatches of the curtains very well, so I did put the couch a little bit in front of the door. I'm sorry about that, it was a little bit awkward, but I didn't know what else to do because I really wanted there to be a fireplace, because I figured what else would be like great during autumn than to sit down at the fireplace, watch TV, and have a cup of hot chocolate. That sounds great. So I put that, so yeah, I just made sure that there was room for the fireplace and also some couches and everything. So they do have their little corner over there. I do wish they would fix that wallpaper issue so I could put in some accidental walls, because I miss accidental walls. But it was just so laggy. The more stuff I put on the lot, the laggier it got as well. So that's just, I don't know, that's just, it is what it is. So that thing to the right, as you can see right now, the board thing, I think it's for scouts. I haven't checked it out yet, but it's like a scouts badge board thing. I don't fully know, but it's something like that. I will check it out at some point in game. And yeah, this is their little hobby room, so they just have like a few random things in here. They can paint, they can play guitar, and they can use the computer to do different things. And also the bookcases that are new from this, I did size them down because I think they're meant for a taller wall height, so I did size them down. Hopefully they still work, but that's just how that is. They were a little bit too tall, so I did want to use them though because I think they look really good. They're nice, like minimalistic and wood, and I am all for that. So they can read whatever they want to and practice whatever skills they want to in that little room. And then of course I went back to the kitchen and cluttered everything up because I actually forgot when I was making the kitchen. I completely forgot, so that's just how that is, but I did fix it now. And they get also a coffee grinder and a coffee machine, so they can have nice hot cups of coffee if you're into that stuff. We also got new lamps, so I actually really like the lamps, both the ceiling lamps but also the little lamp that I put on the counter that had like a little leaf on it. It's super cute and tiny and I really like it. It's very simplistic. And also we got a new kitchen, or that's not a kitchen, this is a kitchen, guys. No, a bathroom set, so I am super excited about that too because we could definitely need more like matching. I always use the one from Cats and Dogs because it just fits everywhere, but it's nice to have something new, so I did show you guys the bathroom as well, which is not something I often do because I think bathrooms are usually very boring, but we got new bathroom stuff, so of course I had to show you. And this is the parents' bedroom. I do believe it's on the ground floor because the house is actually not that big. The upper floor is very small, so I could only fit in a children's room and a teens room on the upstairs or in the upper floor, so I fit in the parents' bedroom and also another teen room on the ground floor so that they wouldn't just have like extra living rooms, because what's the point in having a house for a very tiny family and then just have like 3 living rooms? I don't see the point. So I decided to put in some bedrooms on the ground floor and I hope that's okay. There's also a teen boys room that I put in the garage kind of part of the house that is super tiny and a car would probably not fit in there, but that's just how that is. I actually ended up giving them a pickup truck because I felt like it fit the house super well. I do still wish we had proper cars. That would be amazing. Not like a very subtle hint here, we'd like cars, I'm just saying. Even if they're just for decoration, I'd be completely okay with that. I just want cars and like proper garages and stuff. That would be awesome. So this is the teen boys room that I was talking about before in the garage bit of the house, and it's very tiny. I've been making all my bedrooms quite big lately, so for this house I was like, okay, we're just gonna fit as many bedrooms in here as possible, even if they have to be small. So you'll both see that this bedroom is very small, and also the 2 ones upstairs, or especially the kids one, is very tiny. I think it's like 3 by 4 or something. Very small room, but that's just how that is. I like making them smaller this time so I could clutter them up like crazy and they would just be like very like small and cozy, you know what I mean? So, and also very orange. a lot of orange is used, and it's not just like the fabrics, it's also the woods have like an orange tint to it, so it reminds me of pumpkins, I don't know. So a lot of it is very orange. And this one is one of the upstairs bedrooms. It's the teen girls room. I do like that bed. It's not as colorful as the other ones that I've used. It's mostly white and red, I think, but I figured it will go well because I had a roofing issue, so I had to make that wall accented, as you can see right now, the red one. So I figured it would be okay, it would go well with that wall, and the rest of the walls are basically just the same color or the same wallpaper that I've used on the other walls. So the ones from Cats and Dogs, the red and cream one, and I love those curtains so freaking much. I think they're so cute with the patterns on them, with the leaves on them. I think it's adorable. I need more. I also made sure to put a guitar in Teen Boy's room, and I think both of them also got journals so they can have like some sort of hobby to do in their rooms. And also I love those like window decoration things that you can see right now in front of the windows. I'm not entirely sure what they are, if they're pumpkins or whatever they are, but they're orange and I like them. And by the way, guys, there's a lot of new stuff for Halloween. I'm just saying. A lot of new decorations for Halloween, so that'll definitely become a thing, especially with the calendar or event that will happen now. I'm so excited to dig into gameplay. I am actually, I should probably mention this at the start of the video, but I am actually planning on starting an LP that's not going to be seasons based, but seasons is something that's going to affect all gameplay, you know what I mean? Like it's not something that you can just ignore when you play once you have it. So I felt like it would be more fun if I started just, like a regular LP rather than one I'm trying to base around seasons. So there will be an LP, I promise you guys. I am doing my best to like prepare it right now, but preparing LPs take a lot of work, so hopefully I can have something done by tomorrow. We'll see though, because I also have a lot of work to do with my actual job, so that's just how that is. But I am planning on starting an LP, so we'll see when that happens. Anyways, we're continuing with the backyard now. I'm pretty sure I put in this like very I love that tree, the orange tree that I put at the back door. It's maybe a little bit too big to put on the patio, but I do love it, so I needed to use it there. And over here we're building a greenhouse, the greenhouse that I was talking about earlier. I was trying to do like fancy things. I was trying to figure out what exactly to do with the glass roof because it's new, but I decided to just go for this like very basic greenhouse in the end, so nothing too fancy, but they do have, because the gardening skill was redone, which is something that I've missed somehow. Everyone else knew about it, but I didn't. But anyways, so there's a lot to do with that skill in this little greenhouse over here, and also the swing. I knew I wanted to use the swing as soon as I saw it. Like I was like, yes, you need to be put in this build. So of course the kid can have a lot of fun with that. I actually think the grown-ups can possibly use it too, if I'm not mistaken. They don't have a kiddie pool, but there are no toddlers in this build, and also in this build there are no toddler rooms in this build, and also I don't fully know if kiddie pools are autumn friendly so it wouldn't really fit in either way, but you know, there'll be a summer build at some point and there'll definitely be a kiddie pool in that summer build, so I'm super excited for that. I really freaking hope that I can have more builds up by this week. I think it should be possible to prepare something for possibly Saturday maybe. We will have to see, because like I said, a lot of work, like a crazy lot of work. I do not want to talk about it too much because it's not very exciting to listen to, but I had way too much work. I still have way too much work, so I'm fighting through, you know, doing that at the same time as recording videos, because I don't know, I'd rather just record videos to be honest, but you know, we have to adult sometimes, I guess. So I also built them a little patio over here, and they actually moved the, as you can see right now, the glass roof on the greenhouse. I moved that over to the pattern, just I moved that over to, or I use it on the gazebo instead, and I use another one that's a lot more simple on the greenhouse. So they have two different glass roof tiles in the backyard, or there's used two different glass roof tiles, and over here there's another little gardening area with the beekeeping as well, or bee homes, or whatever you want to call it, and also the Scarecrow, which I thought was super cute. I don't actually, because I might have blocked it a little bit, so I'm not sure that your Sims can actually talk to it, but just move one of the pots in front of it and it should be fine. And also making those little paths with the rock, or the stone path rock, I don't know. What's it from? Is it Get Together or something? I think so. Anyways, I did skip a lot of the landscaping in the backyard because it's a lot of the same, placing the same flowers over and over, so I didn't think it would be too exciting to watch, but I just wanted to make it look very lively in the backyard. So a lot of plants, also a few rocks here and there. No gnomes this time, but there'll definitely be gnomes in another build, I promise. But there's a bird feeder thing in the backyard and also a bird house in the front yard, so they do have that. I don't actually know if anything happens to those, if like birds will actually fly to the bird feeder and sit there on it. I haven't seen that in gameplay. It's been a while since I've actually like properly sat down and played the game, because I usually just go into the game and then build because that's my go-to. That's how I de-stress, but I'm so freaking excited to actually play it now. I don't know, I just want to see everything, and I feel like seasons the gameplay will definitely fill up like a void that's been empty, or like a, you know what I mean, like a gameplay hole, a gameplay void that's been missing something. So I'm super excited to dig into that as well. And as you can see, those plants on the walls, like they look amazing. Also the flower or the plant pots or whatever they are, the trays with the plants in them, looks so good, especially with the lighting. It's so good. There's no use of reshade here. I did edit the footage just a little bit, so it's a little bit brighter, but other than that, there's nothing. Like, it looks so freaking good. I'm so happy with the glass roofs. They look so amazing. And also you can see the pattern under the gazebo where the Sims will sit and eat. It looks so freaking good. You can see it right now. It looks so freaking good. So they do have their little barbecue area over here, or grill area, whatever you want to call it, so they can sit outside in the maybe like early autumn and eat together. Probably not by the end of autumn because it gets pretty cold. I have seen that from the little bit of gameplay that I did while waiting for it to stop raining. So it does get a little bit cold, so you need to dress your Sims accordingly, of course. Anyways guys, we're going into screenshots just about now, so I'm gonna wrap up this voiceover. I hope you like the build. You can't download it off the gallery just yet, but it will be there as soon as possible, I promise. And anyways, let me know if there are any other builds you want to see with this new expansion pack. I am so up for suggestions, and I will write literally everything down in my notebook as per usual. I'm so happy to have new stuff to play with, and I can't wait to share more with you guys. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to like, subscribe, and all that good stuff if you did, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye!
Shimmering gold, the strangest feeling about about to explode. I held my breath to make sure I didn't say something weird. Light as a